Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. I have another FICM repair, this time working on a FICM from Texas. Freestone Diesel Performance. This is your FICM. They actually a first time customer and I'm recording a video for them, test after repairs. I have plenty of videos where I show all the connections and all the repairs that I do, kind of all, right? Because I always keep the secret sauce so other companies don't copy what I do. But I always record a video after. Before I was doing a video before of the repairs, testing the components, but due to the dangers of these components, capacitor exploding, I decided later on to not ever do that and just perform the normal repairs and then do a test to make sure everything is working fine. And if the pre-driver for the injectors is required, then to show the customers, which is not the case. This FICM is actually fully operational after the repairs. I'm going to show you, as I normally do, the connections. I have my computer, real injectors, 8 injectors connected to it. I got the BCM also connected because this has an anti-theft system. So I have the BCM and key and everything for my computer, and then the FICM is just connected to it. I have his card in here so they know that that is their component. All right, let me take you over to the folder that I created for them, where we will see their concerns. I always take a picture of the module getting here, which was really dirty. I tried to clean it as much as possible because, I mean, this was really dirty. One thing that I don't get is they put the part number as A97300037513, but if we see there, the actual part number is 7511. So I'm not sure why they put that in there because that is what I got from them. But the 11 and the 13, they can fit the same truck. I have the B number of the truck, which is realistically not necessary, and it was having some blue paint, and you can see that in there. Not sure if it is coming from the vehicle or if it was a junkyard one or so. They also told me they opened it up and it wasn't burned, which great, because I told them, you know, as long as the component doesn't have a hole through, which you can see is in really good shape as far as that scenario, because when these capacitors explode, they make a hole through the board, which then is garbage. So I have explained also how easy it is to open these ones up and then to test or to check that out before you send it over. Like, that is not a waste of your time and my time of, you know, tracking and chipping and all the stuff, right? So this is just a picture of both sides of the board. I also explain them, and I normally do, is I also apply a conformal coating to the board. Let me see if I have a... Give me 1 second to find that light. So you probably will not be able to see too much, but this has a conformal coating. It's a water resistant or water repellent coat, which the board doesn't come with that. And that is going to help elongate the life of this component in case it's some moisture or something entering. I'm trying to just make my repair last as much as possible, right? Okay, so let's do the test. So I'm going to put the picoscope and the full probe, which is the tool that I use to inject the signals that this FICM uses in order to run, right? So the oscilloscope, which is the one on the top, is going to show us the values of both injectors, drivers. I have one of injectors per bank connected to it. This usually reaches around 50 volts peak, and then we will see when that runs. So let me try to run it. Sometimes I have to cycle the key in case the immobilizer enters. Nope, it is working good. So we can see the two signals now in the screen, and we have 47, 50. All depends on where the channel measurement reads, but it's actually reaching 52, 55 volts each. Both of the channels are working 100%. And I forgot to actually show that. So let me stop the, I'm sorry, guys. The running, which is, this is good, you know, it's working 100%. But let me go back to the concerns because we didn't discuss that. So their concerns, as you can see, that it says the truck fired, but only run for a few seconds. It started running on less cylinders and then it died out. has code for all 8 injector circuits along with group 1 and group 2 faults, which again I have showed those P2149 and 2146. Those are the very common problems when the FICM is actually shorting out. And I also explain to them, which I'm going to do with you too, is my repairs. What I normally do here, I first correct the issue, retest it, in which is in this case capacitors leaking, and in this case it was 4 injector drivers were damaged by that same acid in there. So I decided to replace everything. So I replaced, like I normally do, all the injector drivers, not the pre-driver, sorry, injector drivers, capacitors, and diodes, and all other circuits that I see fit to elongate again the life of this component. And then if I do the test and it fails, then the pre-driver will be required, which will increase the repair costs. And it's not something that is necessarily or necessary for all the repairs. The same component is the one that's going to tell me at the end if that component got damaged because of shorts. In this case, it didn't. So I tested with a curve tracer, which I normally do in every single one of my repairs. And the reason I don't show that in here on every single one is because I have probably repaired, I don't know, maybe 600 of these units, 100% success rate. So if you have a FICM for these Silverados, I recommend you to take it out immediately, send it over for repairs before it's too late. And you will be happy because every single customer that I have repaired the FICMs is happy. It goes back to running 100% success rate. I know this like the palm of my hand, and I have all the components necessary to make it run. As long as it's not a hole to the board, I can repair, no doubt. And I have repaired modules of this the other facilities have deemed not repairable, and it's now running all of them 100%. All right, guys, thank you so much. Freestone Diesel Performance, thank you so much for trusting my Salazar Diagnostics. Again, it's just a short video to show the customer and show you the component running and working as it's supposed to. I'm going to make it run again one more time. See, this time it didn't run because of that, so I'm going to have to cycle the key. What I have to do is put the ignition in here and then turn this on, and then I can turn it back on. That's just because of the anti-test system, but I know exactly what to do. So this is just because if I'm not doing the key and turn all the power at once, sometimes it does that. But as you can see, both bank of injectors firing 100%. If you want to see more about how this works, just go into the playlist and look for in my channel for FICM, and you will find all those. And I usually put full tests and repairs, and those are the longest ones. Sometimes it's 40 minutes, an hour or so. Those are the ones that are going to have the most information. All right, guys, thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe. See you next time. Bye-bye.